Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain 12th lesson India and the United Nations. So, in previous class we learned about what are the causes of birth of United Nations and what are the objectives of United Nations UNO, and also what are the organs of UNO. So these are all things, factors we learned in previous class. Today we learn about what is the relationship between India and United Nations. Understood? And what are the relationship between India and United Nations we learn in this lesson. So India's policy was or has always been one of the non-violence. What is the India's policy? India's policy is one of the non-violence. So non-violence means ahimsa. In pursuance of this objective, India has played an important role in promoting the world peace and world peace through UNO. India has been playing an active role in its various activities. India is one of the founder members of this organization and has always declared its loyalty to the United Nations Charter. In endurance of all the ideals of the world peace and international cooperation which the UNO stands for. India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the world's most important statesmen and politician. He played the vital role in the setting of the United Nations organization. Along with other world leaders like President Truman of USA, Stalin of USA, de Gaulle of France and others, Nehru, standing as the political philosopher, had its impact on the politics of the world. Even though India was not independent in 1945, Nehru's political ideas and contributions to the struggle for independence of his country and other slave countries won him the esteem of the whole world. All important leaders of the world consulted Nehru on important issues pertaining to the Charter of UN. Charter of UN. So, from the very beginning, India urged the United Nations to develop into truly international institution, working for peace and assistance to the member states in all matters, including human rights, freedom of slave countries, and development of economical backward areas. Mrs. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was the first woman to get elected the President of the General Assembly. India always supported the resolutions standing for freedom and justice for the subjects. If people and took the leading part in drafting the resolutions which were intended to the great independence to the colonial countries and peoples. India has also played an important role in promoting the international cooperation in economic and social advancement of all the peoples. India has led the world in drawing attention to the problems of the developing nations in the UNO General Assembly and social organizations like ECAFE, UNESCO, FAO, WHO, ILO and others. All large number of Indians are working in UNO Secretariat, some of them holding a very important position. India's former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the General Assembly of UNO. So, what do you understand about India's relationship with United Nations? So, India's policy, India's policy is always non-violence. That is the main objective of Indian policy. So UNO policy is also, what is the main aim of the UNO, objective of the UNO? To maintain the peace and security in the world. So in India's object and India's policy and UNO's policy are related to very relating aspects. ಸೊ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ UNO ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದರ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಏನು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಏನು ಓದ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್ ನಡುವೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತು UN ಭಾರತದ ಪಾತ್ರ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ UN and ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ನಾನ್ ವೈಲೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪ್ರಮೋಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಪೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ರೋಲನ್ನು UNOದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ದ ಫೌಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೌಂಡರ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಈ ಒಂದು UNO ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾನೂ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ದ ಲಾಯಲ್ಟಿ, ಒಂದು ಏನು UNO ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಭಾರತ ಲಾಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ UNO ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್. UNO stand for what? Peace and international cooperation. ನಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್, ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ? ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು, who was one of the world's most important statesmen and politician, played a vital part in the setting up the United Nations organization. So the leaders, Truman of USA, Stalin of USSR, de Gaulle of France and others, and also Nehru standing the political philosopher and impact of the politics of the world. ನೆಹರು ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನೆಹರು ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. 1945 ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆದರೆ ನೆಹರೂಸ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ to the struggle for independence was his country and other slave countries won him the esteem of the old world. ಇವರು ಅವರ ಐಡಿಯಾಸು ಬರೀ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಡೀ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು, ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಗೌರವವಿತ್ತು. ಆಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ನೆಹರು ಅವರನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಡ್ ನೆಹರು ಆನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಪರ್ಟೈನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ UNO ಚಾರ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೆಹರು ಅವರ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಸಹ ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದರು. ನೆಹರು ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ನೆಹರು ಅವರು ಸಹ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳುವಲ್ಲಿ ಅವುಗಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲೀಡರ್ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ದ ನೆಹರು ಅವರನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾತಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಚಾರ್ಟರನ್ನು UNO ಚಾರ್ಟರನ್ನು ಪರ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೆಹರು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ India urged the United Nations to develop into truly international institution working for peace and assistance to the member states of all the matters including human rights, freedom of slave countries and development of economical backward areas. ಸೊ ಮಿಸಸ್ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪಂಡಿತ್ ಎಷ್ಟು UNOದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಪಂಡಿತರನ್ನು ಜನರಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇದೇನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಪಾತ್ರ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಂಡಿ ಫಾರ್ UNO. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು, ಅಟಲ್ ಬಿಹಾರಿ ವಾಜಪೇಯಿ ಅಂಡ್ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಸಹ ಜನರಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಆಫ್ UNO ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸಹ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಏನು, ನಾನ್ ಅಲೈನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ನಾನ್ ಅಲೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. NAM ಅಂತ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಅಲೈನ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪವರ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪವರ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕಿನ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನೀವು ಪರವಾಗಿರದೆ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಸಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾನ್ ಅಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ 2 ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ USA ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ USSR. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಒಂದು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವಾರ್ ಈ ಎರಡು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಮೇರಿಕಾ ಮತ್ತು USSR ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 2 some countries in the world, they some follow the USO and some follow follow USSR. So but India was not follow any bloc. They stand for their own international ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ನಾನ್ ಅಲೈನ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ದ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಜವಾಹರ್ಲಾಲ್ ನೆಹರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಜಿಪ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮಲ್ ಅಬಲ್ ನಾಜೀರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯುಗೋಸ್ಲಾವಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಜೋಸೆಫ್ ಬ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಟಿಟೋ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ Belgrade in 1961 Non-alignment movement was started in 1961. As of 2009, it has 118 members and 19 observers or countries are they are the members of non-aligned movement. The purpose of the organization, as stands in the Havana Declaration of 1979, is ensure the national independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and security of the non-alignment countries. In their struggle, the struggle against the imperialism, colonialism, neo-colonialism, racism, all the forms of foreign aggression, occupation, domination, interference, and hegemonies, as well as against the great power and bloc politics. 5 basic principles of NAM were accepted by the participating the countries. These are called the basic principles of NAM. They are also known as Panchashila. Which are the Panchashila principles means peaceful coexistence, equality and mutual benefits, non-aggression toward each other, non-interference in each other's affairs, respect for each other freedoms and territorial integrity. These are all the Panchashila principles. They represent nearly 2/3 of the United Nations members and comprise the 55% of the world population. Particularly countries considered to be developing a part of the third world. Members have at various times, including Yugoslavia, Argentina, Cyprus and Malta. Brazil has never been the formal member of this movement, but share many of the aims of NAM and frequently send the observer to the non-aligned movement summits. While the organization was intended to close to the alliance of NATO or the Warsaw Pact, it has little cohesion, on many of its members were actually quite closely aligned with the one and another of the great power. Additionally, some members were involved in the serious conflict with other members like India, Pakistan, Iran and Iraq. The movement fractures from its own internal contradictions when the Soviet Union invaded the Afghanistan in 1979. Well, the Soviet allies supported the invasion. Other members of the movement did not, because non-aligned movement was formed as the attempt to the Cold War. It has struggled to find the relevance since the Cold War ended. After the breakup of the Yugoslavia, if founding members, its membership was suspended in 1992 at the regular ministerial meeting of the movement held in New York during the regular year session of the General Assembly of the United Nations. At the summit of the movement, the Jakarta, Indonesia and Yugoslavia was suspended to expel from the movement. The successor states of SFR, Yugoslavia, have expressed little interest in membership, so some have observed the status. Understood? So in this lesson we learn about the India's policy. What do you learn? India's policy has always been one of the non-violence. India has been the member of UNO. Mr. Vijayalakshmi Pandit was the president of Security Council of UNO. Jawaharlal Nehru was the brainchild in the founding the non-aligned movement. So these are all the things we learn in this lesson. In this lesson we learn about what is the foreign policy of India. What is the foreign policy of India? Non-aligned policy. That means NAM. It is the very important. So we are not belongs to the any black of the world. We not join the USO or USSR. We stand for our own considering organization, that is NAM. NAM means non-aligned movement. So these the main aims of the non-aligned movement is peaceful coexistence, equality and mutual benefits, non-aggression toward each other, non-interference in each other's affairs, respect for each other's freedom and territorial integrity. So these are all the things we learn in this lesson. Understood? So while the organization was very important, we cannot close to the NATO or Warsaw Pact. Understood? It is a little cohesion of many members were actually quite closely aligned with one another to the great power. Additionally, some members were involved in serious conflict with other members. So the movements fractured some own internal contradiction when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1979, while Soviet allies supported the invasion. Other members of the movement did not. because the non-aligned movement was formed at the attempt to the what of the Cold War. It has struggled to the find relevance in Cold War ended. After the breakup of the Yugoslavia, a founding members, its membership was suspended in 1992 at the regular ministerial meeting of the movement. So these are all the things we learn in this lesson. Understood, children? So, in next class I will continue. Till now, take care. Before that, I told you once again to read the lesson 2 or 3 times. Then easy to understand. And also we learn the lesson with spelling. Understood? Thank you. I continue.